Hi there, Lord JEG here, and welcome to another episode of When in Mexico, Don't Do As the Mexicans Do. Actually, that's a little harsh and not fair, really. The reason I say that is because storage is always at a premium. Here in Mexico, houses are basically, at least here in Baja California, houses are basically in one of two styles. They're either hacienda style or they are block. And when they're block, they're just block boxes, basically, or boxes on boxes or boxes in boxes. The hacienda style, they're usually brick and they have arches, and I mean, they're still kind of boxes too. But sometimes they'll have pitched roofs and sometimes they won't. But anyway, enough of the architectural digest discussion here. But what happened is that when we put in the original cabinet in the bathroom, we didn't anticipate needing more storage, or at least I didn't. I should have known better. You know, women being women, they always need more storage for stuff. So it means that the cabinet had to be moved over, and I had to completely redo the countertop. So given the dimensions and the way everything worked out, it posed a little bit of a dilemma. So I just went ahead and recorded what's going on, so you can kind of see, and if you ever come down here, you can kind of run into the same thing, and hopefully you will learn from my mistakes. And so without further ado, let's get going. So I really should have gotten a before picture, but I didn't. Yeah, I suck. So when you've got the cabinet up against the wall, you have to decide, do I want it against the back wall or the side wall? Well, in this case, the back wall is longer, so that's the one we're going to go with. So the sink is going to go there. You're thinking, wow, man, that's really offset. Well, the reason why is because the way this bathroom was built. The light is centered there, which, you know, obviously isn't centered at all. So it's a little offset. So when I hung the mirror at the same basic center line. And I got to put the sink on the same center line, basically. And it's not perfect because just due to the dimensionality of everything, it'll be right on the edge. But it'll be okay. As long as my calculations are reasonably correct. And doesn't have to be perfect, just has to be good enough. Whereas, like I say, it's offset, which is, I don't know. Once the wife gets all the crap stacked up, which she inevitably will, then it'll won't be quite as jarring. But you can see, let's see, I'll show you. You can see why we kind of have to do what we're doing, the way everything was lined up. So what they usually do here in Mexico, there's more of that awesome PVC plumbing. Yeah, it's great. Anyway, what they usually do in Mexico is almost all places have pedestal sinks. So they kind of get an idea of where they want to put stuff, and then they just sort of rough it in, and, you know, good enough is good enough. Somebody is inevitably going to ask, why did you go with a sink like this, you know, with the steppy thing in the back and blah, blah, blah? Well, the honest answer is it was cheap. But plus, if she wants, I can build a little shelf here. I can put a shelf on top, or it gives her a chance to put really tall stuff behind it. So that way she doesn't have to worry about it hitting the mirror or stuff like that. But basically, yeah, the price was right. I think we picked it up on a clearance sale at IKEA for, I don't know, 10 or 15 bucks or something. You can find Chinese knockoffs online too, which is fine, but You know, and for something like a sink, it doesn't matter if it's like super huge, high quality thing anyway. It's a sink. So for that big open space, I'm going to need about a 12-inch by 30-inch door, which I'm going to have to kind of make because I don't have anything. These are from the old cabinets. They're kind of a flip out, fancy, hingy type deal. And they work pretty well when I'm not struggling with it one-handed and looking like a moron. So, we'll give you the anatomy of a failure. So, I was planning on using this and then adding this to give me a cabinet. But what happens is that by the time to get everything, so that way this lines up with the front and looks nice and still has enough space where it can actually open. I had to put a spacer in, and of course the spacer reduces the room, so you can't open it up. You can open it up, but you can't get a cart in. And that's one of the things. That was one of the big requirements of the wifey, is to get a cart in. So now it's time for plan B. I can eat, or plan C. Plan C is screw it. She can just put the cart in. Plan B is I'm going to get the right router bit. Put the right router hole in there, and I'll still strap 3 of them together to make a 12-inch wide door. You know, for this size hole. And at the same time, high quality hinges, they broke off. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. So go pick up new hinges too. So anyway, we shall see what happens. Well, there's my beautiful door roughed in with the hinges, which don't work. So just gonna have to live with just having the cart in there by itself. So plan C it is. So there's a few hours wasted, but I guess it's not really wasted if you learn a valuable lesson. Is that sometimes you just can't fit 10 pounds of crap into a 5-pound bag, no matter how hard you try. So there you go. And here we have the mostly finished product. There's the cart. Anyway, there it is, all lined up. Hi. Next thing that'll go up is backsplash, be a tile splash around there, but that's a ways in the future. So there you go. Thanks for following along. Thanks for stopping by. Take care.